What's going on, y'all? It's your boy FatKat back with another video. Appreciate you guys for checking in. Today we are going to be doing a 2019 Dodge Charger RT. If you see my last video, you've seen that this is what I picked up this time when I came into town for my rental car. So this is just a rental, but I've been driving around for the whole week, man, with this car. So I will say, man, I'm thoroughly impressed with this vehicle, man. But we'll talk more about that in a little bit. First, let's get to this B-roll, man. Let's look at the car on the outside. Let's go. All right, now we're back in the car, man. So as you guys can see, I got this car in a beautiful destroyer gray. Just so happened that they had one on the lot at the rental car place. So therefore, you know, I was able to go ahead and pick one up. Beautiful color, man. I cannot say enough about this car. I know, like I said, if you guys seen my last video that I put up with the review of the Camaro SS, I was like, man, this is nice. You know, I'm thinking about, I was like, man, I might think about getting a ZL1 or whatever the case, but I mean, I don't know, man. Like this car, and this is just the RT, and it just makes you feel different, man. It makes you feel like you're special on the road. You know, I know it's just a Dodge Charger or whatever the case, but it just makes you feel different. I've had at least 2 or 3 compliments a day on this car. You know, either the color or, man, that's a nice car or whatever the case, man. Like, it's just, people just notice it, you know what I'm saying? So it's a great car. Can't say nothing about it. It's super comfortable to drive. I know the Hellcat must be super. I mean, well, I drove a Hellcat before. I never drove one for a long, you know, for a good, you know, amount of time, but extended amount of time. But I have driven one before, like test drive or whatever. So really quick, just before I started doing YouTube again. Anyway, man, but yeah, this car is dope. I can't say enough about it. Like I said, you get plenty of compliments in this car, whether it's color or the actual car itself. This car has the 5.7 liter V8 in it, so it's not the 6.2, but it is the 5.7 V8. So I mean, it still sounds nice. I mean, you get the rumble, you get everything else, man. Great car. Like I said, if you're in the market for a Charger, you can't afford the Hellcat, the RT is definitely you know, the way to go, unless you could get a Scat Pack or whatever, obviously. But if you can only afford you know, something in this range, 30 to 40 grand, this is definitely the way to go. Dodge RT or Dodge Charger RT is a great car in my opinion. Anyway, man, let's check out some of the features on the inside. So on the inside, automatically, man, the first thing you're gonna notice, I mean, this is what you're looking at when you're sitting down in the driver's seat. As of course, you got your Dodge steering wheel here, all your cruise control settings or whatnot, all your radio settings and menu settings or whatever else on this side. Not radio settings, but like I said, all your other menu settings and everything else you can do on this side. Of course, you got your paddle shifters up here. That one's obviously the go up in gear. This one's to go down in gear. You got your phone setting or buttons here. Then of course you got your dash. So you have, obviously you got your RPMs on this side. In the middle you got your digital cluster. So whatever, you know, as far as your menu, all your digital items you have in your menu go in there. Then you got your mouse pointer on this side, man. It's pretty simple, but it looks nice. So simple and effective, man. But like I said, but it looks pretty nice. Other than that, man, you have on this side, coming over here, you have all your AC controls down here. Obviously, then you have all your light radar controls and everything else here. Then here, if you can see, you got your sport button. That's what I'm saying. So even in the RT, man, you get sport button, which makes your shifts a little bit longer and things like that. So it changes up your gearing and things like that, and things of that nature. Also, your steering and suspension and things like that is supposed to stiffen it up as well. But obviously, then you got your Super Track pack right there. I haven't even touched that button, so I don't even know what that does. I have been driving around sport pretty much the whole time. One thing with this, man, as soon as you put it in sport, it does take off traction control, so you must be aware of that. If you want to you know, be on sport mode but with traction control, just push this and you turn your traction control back on. But me, I've been driving around without traction control because I like to let it get loose a little once in a while. Anyways, obviously, so you got your mute button, then you got your you know, everything else there, your screen off and your hazard lights or whatever else. Moving on, you have your you know, your regular gear shift there, man, normal stuff. Have your cup holders there, and there's an old receipt that I had. The seats, man, these are, you know, the regular old whack seats that they gave, you know, because like I said, it's a rental car. So, you know, I got the regular you know, cloth seats that don't have anything in with leather or anything else. Back seats, as you guys can see back there, I got my stuff back there, but my bag and all the other good stuff. But the back seats, man, more than enough room. Obviously, if you are traveling with, even with kids or whatever, I mean, everybody knows, man, the charger is for, you know, if you got kids or family or whatever, or you carry around a bunch of friends, you want to, you know, you want to get the 4-door charger, because that way you can have a little bit of room in the back, and you know, you got at least 5 people traveling here. 4 people for sure, up to 5 travel comfortably with no problems at all, man. So with that being said, let's give it a turn it on. Obviously, the judge will turn it on. It is a start stop button right here. Hear that rumble. So as you guys can see, there goes this is what you see in the middle whenever you turn it on. And then, like I said, you can go through the menus if you want to, and pretty much go through whatever you need there. So it has, I mean, look at that performance, your top speed, you know, whatever your top speed was, you know. Then obviously, once you go through these, you could either hit left or right and actually go through different things in the car. So I mean, it does show you a lot of different stuff, man. Look at that, you got lap history there. So if you want to do laps, you could do that. Lap timer. I mean, this thing shows you a lot, and this is just the RT. So definitely, man, definitely this car has a lot of options and shows you a lot of different things. Yeah, look at that, has current G-forces. That's crazy. Braking distance, so you can track how long it takes for you to brake. Look, quarter-mile timer, eighth of a mile timer. Yeah, man, this thing has you got all kind of options that you can see what you got going on in the car. Anyway, but yeah, other than that, man, like I said, this is the screen up here. So if you go to the screen, you got your climate that you can look at. You got all these all the apps here. You could go to your performance control. Then, like I said, you got your driving mode set up there. So you got your sport mode set up if you want to go in there, and it'll show you all your different ways that you can set up all your sport stuff. So again, you got your engine transmission, your paddle shifters, your traction control, and your steering. So all that stuff you can set up here. Like I said, once you put it into sport mode, though, it automatically does that for you. So good stuff, man. And of course, you got your phone. Regular settings and everything else. Look at that, it even gives you the FatKat display in the background. I didn't even notice that. So even though this is not the FatKat, it gives you the FatKat display in the background. So pretty cool. Got the camera there. Does have, obviously does have a rear view camera. So yeah, man, this thing is nice, man. I can't say enough about it. Anyway, man, it's enough talking though. Let's get on the road and see how it does. I'm gonna strap up some GoPros and check it on the road for you guys, man, so you guys can listen to the you know, to the exhaust and everything else. As you guys can hear, man, those shifts happen pretty quick. You know, for being a Dodge, just a regular RT, I mean, those shifts happen like they're like, you know what I'm saying? They go pretty quick. So yeah, that was our first iteration. We're gonna wait for the traffic to clear up again, and we're gonna hit it again, man. Hope you guys can hear it good outside on the audio for the GoPro. You know, and hopefully you guys enjoy that. Anyway, so let's traffic about to clear up, so let's hit it again, man, and see how it goes. As you can see, man, it reads your engine power and everything else that you're doing there. I think this car comes with about 390 or something like that, close to 400, 380, 385, something like that, between 380 and 390, I believe it is. So, yeah, man, it's a fun little car, and like I said, you have, even without it being the FatKat, you still have all the performance pages and you know, all the little fun goody stuff that you get to play with, you know, while you're on the road. So that's pretty cool, man. Like I said, you can, you know, as far as performance-wise, I don't think there's a lot of other cars on the road that are doing all this stuff, especially giving you all these different options while you're in the car, you know, at this price point. I don't know, because I think even the SS, the GT, maybe the Ford GT, Mustang GT, it might give you some of these things, but I guarantee it doesn't give you all of this. Where you can see your G-forces and your horsepower, your torque. You can see everything in real time as far as what you're doing. So you can see right now I'm barely touching the gas, and I'm using, you know, between 10 and 15 horsepower. So yeah, man, that's pretty cool, man. This car is pretty cool. So anyway, let's give you guys a little bit more clips of that muffler rumbling. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. Hopefully you guys can hear some of that audio really good in there. Try to get some good audio of you guys, you know, listening to like takeoffs and things like that, and getting some good shots of that exhaust, or at least being able to hear the exhaust while I'm taking off. Like I said, man, this car, it shows like it has a decent amount of power. Like I said, if you don't need Hellcat power, or even Scat Pat for that matter, like I said, I think this is a good choice, and it's relatively cheap for what you're getting anyway. Like I said, it's just the Dodge Charger RT, and like I said, you pretty much, you get the V8 rumble, you get, you know, all you can say, all those performance pages and everything else. So like I said, kudos to Dodge, man, for at least giving even the people that are not in that Hellcat bracket, that they can still have a car that they can still have fun with and everything else, man. So kudos to Dodge for that. Anyway, other than that, man, my personal opinion, man, I love this, you know, I love this car. Like I said, I just did the SS not too long ago, and although that car was cool, but I don't know, man, this Charger just makes you feel like, it just makes you feel different, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man, there's nothing else I can say about that. Like I said, it just makes you feel, oh, let me get some better lighting in here. Yeah, man, but it just makes you feel different. Like I said, and I got a bunch of compliments on this car in the last couple of days that I've been driving it. Like I said, I've been driving it for about a week now, and at least every single day I get at least 1 or 2 people that comment something about the car at all. So like I said, it is a beautiful color, but I think it's just the car by itself, man. Anyway, with that being said, appreciate you guys for checking in. I don't want to make the video too long. So my personal opinion is I love this car. It is a great car for all those that are in that market for something like this, but are not in that, you know, Charger, I'm sorry, Hellcat price point. They could get something to that effect, you know, relatively cheap. Anyway, with that being said, man, appreciate you guys for checking in. I'm going to be dropping a lot of videos here, so make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Make sure you guys hit that notification bell right after that. And then on top of that, make sure you guys like this video if you liked it. And also make sure you guys share, comment, and everything else with your friends and your family, man. Appreciate you guys for checking in. I'm gonna leave you guys with a couple shots of me driving around San Diego. And then that's it, man. We catch you guys on the next one, man. Later.